gonna get it in, but before we get it in, we're gonna have a little time with you. Before we jump in on our topics tonight, we want to take this time to thank you all for tuning in. We are getting numbers. They're coming in slowly but surely. We're getting our numbers the old way, old-fashioned way. People are watching us. We are not purchasing our views. So that makes us feel good. That says something about our viewers. You guys are taking time out to spend a little time with us, the ladies of I Am My Sister's Keeper and Girls Night In. We're going to go ahead and jump right into our topic tonight, and it is going to be, are you responsible for the adult members of your family, your siblings, your parents, so forth and so on? And Trisha, we'll go ahead and we'll start with you.
Well, I feel that my parents and my grandmother, I feel that I have some responsibility for them at the age that they are now. Because when I was younger, they was responsible for me. And
what are their age ranges?
My dad is 78, and my mom's 72, and my grandmother's 91.
Whoa.
And I'm the only girl here, so, you know. But my siblings, I definitely feel that I will help you once, and after that, I will not harbor to help you over and over again, because to me, that's like holding your hand, and you're not learning anything.
I feel you.
So that's my thought on that type.
All right, and what about you?
For me, I mean, like I said, my family is I love my family, my whole family, and I feel responsible to an extent. God blesses you with things, and it's not to keep those blessings to yourself. You should bless others.
Definitely.
But again, to an extent, you should, like, if it's a one-time thing, like, help them. You shouldn't hold back. Just help them that one time. But if it's week after week after week,
it's always something.
It's always something. Can I get the $20? Everybody, can I get $20?
$20 add up.
Let me borrow $20.
Yeah, borrow means payback.
Yes.
So, all right.
Family don't pay back.
I feel I'm kind of in between. Being that I am an only child and I have stepbrothers and I had a half sister and a half brother, it was no one like for a direct kid as far as like me having to be responsible for siblings, but I generally take on that bigger sister like with some of the friends that I have had. And what I came to realize is this: I am a person who does believe that if I'm blessed, you're blessed, and if you on my team, when I get blessed, you're gonna get blessed with me. And I've always been a person that felt that way, but unfortunately, and I don't want to say unfortunately, for me it was a blessing. I had to realize that although you're planting a seed of positivity, you can't do everything with the seed. You plant the seed and it's up to the next person to water it and nurture it and so it'll grow. But I can't plant the seed, hold the seed, fertilize the seed, and then, harvest over the seed. And when the harvest do come in, I don't get to reap the benefit because you don't want to share the benefit. And I think that I had to see the hard way that me helping others, helping adults, I was really enabling them. Because they knew they could come to me and I would help them because that's me. That's part of who I am. With family members, not so much, because I've always been a person, I draw the line in the sand. With family, I drew the line in the sand from the gate. And I have a problem in helping you, but no, I think that can turn into being used. Do you feel used sometimes?
Because, I mean, family, once you help them, that's like I said, if it's this week I'm helping you, and then the next week you coming to me about something again, it's my responsibility to let you know, okay, I helped you last week for this bill, so that gave you a little help where the following week or the following month, it gave you time to help yourself. So if you continue over and over to seek help from other people, there's a problem.
You're never learning to be responsible for yourself if you have that safety net we were talking about earlier. When you have that safety net and you rely on it to the point where you just walk around with blinders on, and it don't matter if I fall off the tie wire, I'm going to fall into the safety net, and I'm good because she got me or this person has got me. And I feel like if I got to work hard to get mine, you got to work hard to get yours. I don't mind helping you. I don't mind blessing people with things. I love to just do something spontaneous, call up a friend and be like, hey, let's go out to lunch. And they'll be like, well, I don't got the money. And I'm like, I didn't call you to ask you if you had money. I said, let's go out to lunch, or let's go to a movie, or, let's go shopping, or whatever the situation. I don't have a problem in blessing people in that way. But to me, it's when it gets to the point where someone's taking advantage of it and you go from being a helper to an enabler, and I see that a lot.
You know what I see is like when you help someone and then now they feel that you're obligated to help to you know, like or just volunteer your money for something. I don't like that, you know. And
They put your money in their budget.
Yeah, they budget your check on every Friday. They budget your. That's a good one.
But you know what?
They do.
And as horrible as it sounds, people do it.
Yeah.
And they know when you're getting your bonuses. They know when you're getting your taxes. They know when you're getting whatever perks that you're getting. They know that, and I just feel like if I worked hard to get mine, what's mine is mine, and it can sound selfish, and that's fine. And I don't have a problem with being. You can be selfish sometimes. Sometimes you owe it to yourself to be selfish.
Yeah.
But I also feel that with the same conviction, you open your mouth and say, yes, sure, I'll help you. You have to say, no, not this time. I'm not going to help you. We have to learn to be accountable for ourselves. And how can someone be accountable and learn the lesson that they need to learn? For example, learning how to balance their bank account. How are you balancing your bank account when you always got your hand out trying to get money out of my banking account? You know, you're not learning the lesson. I'm helping you. It's not to hinder you. It's to help you.
And it is helping them when you say no.
Yes.
It's helping them because maybe you was the last person that they need to help, the last person that they can ask for help, and you said yes. You didn't help them, but when you said no, they got to be like, oh my God,
how am I going to make this
it's
work?
It's a reaction. They're going to make it work. So at that point, it was a lesson learned. But if you continue to say yes and give out and let people run over you,
you the best thing since ice cream when you saying yeah, but the minute you start saying no, they forget your name and start calling you other things that rhyme with which.
You know what I don't like? When you help someone and you, especially like a younger person, and when I say younger, like maybe 21 or old, and you help them to get to a position where, you know, they can make it on their own.
2 people.
And then they give you,
they ask. Now let me tell you.
I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that.
Man.
And you put out your finances to help this person, and then they get to where they want to be,
and they turn their ass up.
You don't get no more
for
phone
you
calls. You don't know if they dead or alive. You know, and you call and be like, oh, I can't talk to you right now. And you be like, really?
It's like that. And it's a hard pill to swallow. For the person that's on the giving end, it's a hard pill to swallow, but we all need to take our big girl pill and our big boy pill sometimes. And you have to say no. I found that the more I started saying no, the more at peace I felt in my life, because not only when you're helping someone, you're taking on their burdens and you're carrying their burdens on.
And you feel so much more
shoulder.
healthier when you start saying your stress goes to a lower level. You start feeling, you know what, maybe it's okay to say no sometimes.
Now, you spoke about your parents and your grandmother in this situation, and I know personally from knowing you personally that you are the biggest asset to your family. You do everything for everybody, and you should be applauded for that. Because you do. You really do. But when I look at it in other people's situations, I feel that sometimes people are manipulated. Like if you're the grandchild and there are adult siblings, I don't think that the grandchild should have to step into the place of the adult children of the grandparent and be doing their job. If there are adult children that are capable and able, that's your mother, that's your father. You shouldn't push that on somebody unless that person is just doing so extremely well and is so wealthy and you're just dirt bottom poor, you don't have anything. I don't think that you should hand off those responsibilities to other people. And you know that they're taking care of their kids, they're taking care of their household, and now they're carrying on this additional burden, and you going out and you it.
Well, I mean, but the thing about it is set in stone how things need to go. You know, your parents take care of when
it's the law of the land,
right? Your parents take care of you when you're younger, and as an adult, it's your responsibility to take care of your parents. And when it says take care of your parent, that's when they're older and they need your help and your support. It's your job to step up and do that.
But what I'm saying is, I'm seeing just from my personal experience, my family themselves,
stepping up.
The children, like me, I'm the sibling, so it would be like me not stepping up to the plate and taking care of my mother, but looking for my children to take care of my mother. It's not their place. It's my responsibility.
And you're right.
Because she took care of me. Your grandmother. That's a different situation.
But then she has children, right? And so it's like I'm there to help.
But whatever you're doing, it should be looked at as extra. You know what I'm saying? It should be looked at as extra.
Not as required.
Not as required. All I'm saying is everybody should be accountable. Those that are in the front line, you are the
Everyone
front
should
line.
pitch in.
And anything else that comes from the back comes from the back. I'm not saying no, the grandchildren should step up, definitely, because I was there for my grandparents. And did what I could do when I could do it in any shape or form that they allowed me to do it, because older people have a great sense of pride.
Right.
But
So I mean, for my instance, everyone know that I moved out my house and moved in with my grandmother, and I moved in there and in with her with the intent to help her. Definitely. And I went in there blind, just I'm not thinking, because if I was really thinking, I should have just did a little bit of
did what you can do
did
from
what
a
I
distance.
can do from a distance, because I have my children also,
Right.
and just really thought it out. But as the bulk of the family seen that I was there and I was there helping out,
they stepped
they
off.
pulled back, and it wasn't cool.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Everybody, and that's what I think. And as the world drifts apart, and it's because everybody is so consumed with what they're doing in their own life,
Right.
that they can't pitch in and help the people that actually needs to help. When your grandparents are at that point, if they're at the age, it is your responsibility to step in there and do the things. If it's just going to cut the lawn, if it's going grocery shopping, if it's just doing small, simple things, you need to do it. And then how big our families is. I know my family is super big, and if everyone just took part and really stepped in and did their part.
We come from a big family, and
really
each family in that family it has its own branch.
Another part of the family, right.
Family, and it's big enough for everyone to step up.
But people don't do it.
People
Some
don't
people
do
are
that.
very
People
selfish.
don't do it,
And they just feel like it's not their responsibility, but it is. I know for me, my mother is married right now, so for me, it's she has her own family, so it's her and her husband's responsibility to make their household work. But if my mom was at a position where, if she needs help, of course I'm going to help her.
Definitely.
But when she gets older and she needs care, like whether home or nursing home, it's my job. That's my mom.
Right.
So it'd be my job to step in and take care
You
of her.
wouldn't want that on your children.
Never.
Right.
Wouldn't know.
Anything your children
never.
would do would be extra. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Right.
I would never. Like when my mom gets to a point where she needs care, that's when it comes to me.
And for me, it's automatic.
Right,
Like as much as you may not want to, you have to pack up and you have to move to Florida. It's Kathleen.
Well,
Because it falls directly on me. But what I'm starting to notice more and more, and I know the economy is bad, and I know that things are hard. But what I'm starting to see is a little bit of old school comeback. I am starting to see where you have to move back in. Older kids are moving back in with their parents, and now we're a 3-family household.
Right.
You got, the eldest, and you got the middle one, and you got your kids and their kids, and everybody's starting to pull back together. But when this is happening, we have to remember to respect all boundaries.
Exactly.
And
That
respect the
everyone
nature
has
of
their
things.
own individual
And know
family.
your place, and don't put the responsibility on someone just because they're there and they're present in the moment.
I agree.
Take advantage. That never been my place to take advantage of anyone. I've always been a really, really giving person, and that never been me. But it's definitely a life lesson. You will learn.
We talked about family taking advantage. What about friends taking advantage?
Oh man,
They do.
we've had everybody come and live with us. Friends, families, their kids. It's just,
But did you ever feel taken advantage of?
I think not more with friends, but more with family
Family, 'cause
members.
you let them get away with
children.
it more.
You know what I'm saying? Like my brother's kids or my husband's sister's kids, and like we feel obligated because they're kids, and we feel maybe we can help them. But then when we help them and they get ahead and they do something wrong or they don't like something that we say, then they give us their ass to kiss. They're out.
Of course, yeah.
And you know what? That's where our motto comes in. You know what? Unless you're on the street and you're 18 and under, then we will try and help you. Other than that, that's it.
Figure it out for
Yeah,
yourself.
it's over.
What about you with friends? Not so much family, but with friends. Have you ever had that happen with a friendship? Or someone that they may not be your friend now, but because of certain situations they took advantage of, felt that you had to be responsible for whatever it is that they were going through? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you guys.
Not-
I have had that where, like I said, I'm the type of person, if I got you, I got you.
Right.
And bringing on someone that just had constant drama, constant turmoil going on in their life, and that's your friend. You don't want to see your friend hurt,
Right.
so you extend the olive branch, and then when you extend the olive branch, I guess I overextended it, and then it became like, well, I can do this, and I can do that, and I can take your brand new car and drive it all over the state. I don't have to let you know that I'm making the stops, or I can come and stay with you, and I don't have to take out the trash, and I don't have to do, and I'm not paying rent, I'm not doing anything, and I can just take complete advantage. And yeah, you can give me money, and I'll go move across town and not call you and tell you where I'm moving or give you a cell phone number, and then just when I decide that I just can't make it because I don't want to put my best foot forward, I'm gonna pack up and leave and turn my ass up for you kids. I've had that.
Can I move in with it?
No, I would never,
But you know what?
ever go
And,
that again.
and I'm the mean person for this because, again, like I beat myself up. Like, this is my fault. This happened because it was my fault. People, please say your quote.
People treat you the way you allow them to treat you.
Exactly, exactly. And so if you let them do that to you,
They're gonna do it.
they gonna do it. They gonna take advantage of you. They gonna run it. They gonna put that foot on their gas and
ride out.
ride
Yes.
off into the sunset.
And that's what happened with me too, and I had to be accountable for that. Now I am accountable for it. I was upset and teed off when it happened, but at the end of the day, I was like, well, that person did what they did because I let them do that.
Yeah.
You know.
And then the sad thing about it is like it's their loss. It was
At
your
the
loss
end of the
because
day,
you
yeah.
hoped that you gave too much, but it was their loss because you were that person that was there for them.
And they'll
you was that
never
person
have that
No.
again.
Yeah.
They'll never.
And you're
come
going to
around
continue to
where
be
it is.
that
And exactly.
person,
You never
that
let
heart. So
right. You never let
can't
someone
take that
else's
away from you.
ill will take away
Exactly.
from who you are, who your character is.
Exactly.
But the whole family thing, I think that times are changing, and we do have to step in and we have to help.
Yeah.
As far as being responsible for another adult, unless it is a parent or a grandparent, no, I don't think that I have to be responsible, or that I should be responsible for anyone 18 and older. I feel like we all have to go through this life. God gave us all a path. It's up to us to
That's
discover
right.
it. I will help you when necessary and if needed, but when I need to tell you no, just like you accepted and lovingly took my yes, please accept and lovingly take
That's
my
right.
no.
Exactly. Yeah.
Any
I
closing
agree.
remarks?
I honestly believe that, God gave everybody every resource that they need.
Mm-hmm.
And if a person just sit, and I'm so humble right now because I know that I got so much going on and I'm on a limited income right now, just because of school and everything else. But I have everything I need. And I think that even single parents and everything, you have everything you need, but it's just what you do with it.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but when you're in a situation like that, like before you had all the extra, so you were willing to give, but now you've humbled yourself and you've eliminated a lot of the materialistic things, and you realize you actually have all the things that you need to get through life at this point for you, yourself, and your children. If someone came to you now looking for that handout, would you handle it a lot different than you did before when you had the abundance?
I would definitely handle it different. If it's an emergency, I'm on and 99% of the time it's not. But yes, I will handle it different. When you just like, you got extras and it's not a big deal. You just, oh yeah, take this, no problem. I'll do this. I got this and this and this and this, and it's just like, what? I can look back and be like, I could smack myself, because it was all this extra money that I was just throwing away for no reason at all.
You could have had that money and had the house of your dreams, or went on vacation of your dreams, or started the business of your dreams.
Had that savings account of that savings of my dreams. That's money that needs to be put away. Right. And so I think like I was what I was going with. God give you every resource that you need. You have everything you need, but it's just what you do with it. Is what the outcome is. People that go without, or their kids going without. Okay, the money that you use, what do you? I can guarantee you're using that money for something it don't need to be used for.
Exactly.
And you put it towards the bills, to the groceries, and to the normal everyday things, you will be perfectly fine.
Stop living outside your means.
Budget.
Yeah. it's just funny to me that when others live outside their means, they think it's your responsibility to put them back on that track to live outside. No, not even to help them out. They want you to
help them
enable
lifestyle.
them to continue to live the lifestyle that they want to live.
Or they want to live
with
your lifestyle.
Right, but you can't live it.
And
You're not
you're
making
not
money. You
equivalent
can't.
to what my lifestyle is.
Exactly.
And my lifestyle might not be much.
But you don't even know what I do to get that.
Exactly.
And people, I think
How
people look
hard
at the little
people do
materialistic
work.
things that you have, but they don't know how you got there or what it took for you to get there.
Or you could have had it forever, but you just took good care
Oh,
of
but
it.
I think they know. Some people just take advantage.
Yes,
of it
that is
just
true.
because
Just
they
because they
know
can.
that they
Yes.
can.
Just because they know that they can.
And they will. And then the sad thing about it is, it's more so. I bet you if you do a survey right now, 99% of the time it's your family that take advantage of you more than your friends. Because your family, you grew up with them, you know them, you love them, and you're going to do the extra for them. But
All right.
watch
Any
out.
remarks on the topic?
Not really.
All right. Well, this is what I would like to say. Be accountable and responsible for yourself first. Take care of yourself and your household first. If you have the extras, bless somebody with it. But like I said earlier, with the same love and conviction you gave that yes, use that same love and conviction to give a no. And on that, we're going to say blessings and smooches. Good night.
Real talk.
Real sisters.
100% real all the time.
Good night.
Night.